Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to the middle of the week, in which we all wonder, how in Fnurbles did we make it to the middle of the week already? Also, why isn't it closer to the end of the week? It would be nicer if it was closer to the end of the week. Because then, why am I looking at the cam account? It's more fun if the cam account is looking at me. Hello. Oh, and meanwhile, Fnurbles is still sat in the corner going, dude, you took away my stairs. Welcome in, everybody. I hope that everybody has managed to have a lovely Wednesday so far. And for those who've made it into Thursday, I hope that you've managed that you're finding that Thursday is nice as well. You're brooding Fnurbles. Welcome in. I know we had a Frauke and a Feg and a Blast Jordan and a True Purple who all arrived before we even saw the Parade of Bots. Welcome in to all of you. The Parade of Bots happened and then the scurrying began. Always remember to bring a scurry into a chat. Welcome in to Jerry May. Oh, and with a Hydrate and a Stretch. I'll Hydrate. Monologuing Scotsman brooding Fnurbles. Something like that. I'll hydrate. And a stretch to go with it. Let's see how much popcorn we have to start stream with. Ooh. A little. Not much, but some. Thank you, Jerry May, and everybody else. Remember, hydrate, med check, self-care, important, look after yourself. It is a Wednesday, you do need to look after yourself. Fnurbles, look, dude, just because I built a wall whilst you were attempting to get past something, doesn't mean you get to brood. Come on. We will have no more of this brooding, young man. Not that I have any clue how old a copper golem actually is, but, yeah. I'm assuming you're old enough to know better. That may or may not be the right thing to say, but you never know. Right. Thank you for joining the Scurries. Let's see. Ritsu, welcome in. Good to see you. Kelbirdie, Chaos Tween, welcome in. Joined 169 times. Nice. Miyakula, welcome in. Good to see you. Superfast Feg joining the Scurry. Welcome in. Kelbirdie on a... I was going to say on a Scurry. Yes, Kelbirdie's been in a scurry, but Kelbirdie is also on their 29 months of subscription with booping a button. Thank you so much for that, Kel. Extra ice slushies. Ooh, yes. Redstone Ore, welcome in. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing okay. It's lovely to see you again. Frauke on a 455 stream streak, throwing an inflatable anvil at the chasing bot. If you see a coyote with an inflatable anvil, please remember to report it to Acme. But apparently, the bot decided that the inflatable anvil was more important, dodged it, and let Frauke escape. I have no idea why I turn these into long form, but they're more fun this way. So well done on the escape there, Frauke. True Purple on a 450 stream streak, sending in the Dancing Squirrels. This is the Dancing Squirrels to act as a distraction here. Managing to escape as well. And then Jerry May on a 5 stream streak. Escape. I can't read that without thinking of Rocky from Project Hail Mary, where saying the same thing 3 times means it's important. Apparently that was very important, and you did manage to escape there, Jerry May. Congratulations. And also, Blast Jordan is on their button day as well. Thank you so much for 27 months as well there, Blast. Kelbirdie on a 110 stream streak, setting off the confetti cannon, apparently straight into the eyes of the bot, because the bot got very distracted and didn't notice them running past. So Kelbirdie's escaped as well. Scary for the kids. Yes, for the heckin' kids. A little bit of popcorn starts the stream. A little bit of Fnurbles is the dream. A little bit of Scotsman doomed to fall. A little bit of chat, we love you all. All the gremlins in the house trying to make me sing for the house. Yes. Redstone Ore getting a quote. I am not completely stupid. Yep, that sounds like something I would have failed to say properly. Frauke going for a quote of, so you might be wondering how I came to be stuck inside this hole. Ooh, my. And the third one of, I'll come back as soon as I punch this warden. Yeah, that definitely sounds like it was from Impossible. Cartoon chases are the best. Absolutely. Redstone Ore doing better. Concussion has subsided. Now you've just got regular headache. Ah, yes. I'm glad that it's turned down to just a regular headache, and that the concussion wasn't that bad. And I appear... No, that's not the one. Wrong account. I appear to have caught up with chat. Woohoo! Hey, Rocky, watch me put a... No. Right. Watch me pull a Fnurbles out of a hat. So... Let's see. When last we were here, we got very distracted with lots of things going on in the Hall of Banners, and we actually managed to finish off this major wall to the point at which this room now feels much more... Well, to be honest, this room is... I think this room is complete from the point of view of the walls. The floor needs doing. I think we need to do something about this. Did I add signs in the end? Yes, I did, Feg. I went with Crimson Wood. It looked really good against the arches, and we put arrows next to people's names to signify where they are in relation to the sign. It's one sign over the middle of the arch, all 4 names listed. Top name is the one furthest to the left with 2 arrows to the left. Next line is the one to the left, 1 arrow, then right, then etc. You get the idea. And at some point you'll see it again, I'm sure. It's highly likely that we'll end up there on a regular basis. Okay. Time to make things more interesting here. I think I want to put in a couple of display plinths. And I'm saying a couple because I want to leave it so that I can run straight through from the doorway to the exit. I think that would make more sense. Oh, and Blast Jordan coming in with a quote this morning. I was laughing at today's specific word game, and my brain somehow spun it into a tongue twister. A snoring spore scored a s'more at the shore and swore at the store. We did not have much room for this type of behaviour in customer service. Oh. I hope you feel like you're a fun guy for that one. And Feg threw a fun guy at you, yes. Did I say, see, Tango is planning on releasing a VOD showing all the signs from the event. Breadloaf is also releasing a spreadsheet showing where everyone's sign can be found. I had heard of that one. I've seen a spreadsheet. It was linked. There is an event Pokemon in chat. And we have located where the Squirrel Scurry, Community Scurry sign is, and we've had a we've had a clip showing where it is. If anyone is interested in seeing that clip, it is in Discord in general. I should probably have pinned that, but Elkhorn, welcome in, Elk. Don't thank me, Feg. TGM did, I think, most of the work of finding all of that and getting the clip. I think it was TGM. I want to say, I'm fairly sure it was TGM. Let's double check. Yes, it was TGM. So, yes, TGM, absolutely amazing, found all the information and has shown you 2 different viewpoints of the community scurry sign being put up and being sealed. Whee! Right, I was doing a thing. It was a thing. It was the monster thing. It was a thing. Ooh, I got an egg. Way! I'm getting so many of these eggs. I've gotten a few of the painted eggs as well. They're the painted eggs are going to be interesting to actually do because the painted eggs require you to complete 3 missions to hatch them, which is a right pain in the neck. Woohoo! Yeah, let's get... Oh, have I got polish battle? Yes, I do. Ooh, you got a legendary from a painted egg. Nice. I think I've gotten a couple of things out of eggs. I managed to hatch... Let's see, if I put one here, 1, 2, 3, 4... 3. I managed to hatch a couple of eggs. Yeah, let's go with that. 3 by 5. You forgot you buddied your egg. At least forgetting you buddied your egg is better than forgetting you boiled it. Do not overboil your eggs. It's highly unfair on the eggs. I want some light sources. Why do I not have any decent light source options? The only use for an overboiled egg is deviled eggs. Downstairs neighbour once forgot they were boiling an egg, heard the smoke alarm going off at 2 AM, all the water boiled off and the egg had exploded. Ew! You ain't getting rid of that smell for a week. I need a sea lantern farm at some point. To the list of things to do! At some point, I might have to actually drain an ancient monument. I don't wanna. Elk, can I get you to just send over for stuff from Idiotic? I need to drain an ancient monument, as the actress said to the bishop. Oh my. Volder, welcome in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I wish there was a way of transferring materials between worlds. Make life so much easier. Also, is that really what is that the track I think it is? Yeah. But RNGesus, you are very, very early. It's not time for my goodbye. Skip it. Good grief. Some days you just can't leave a bot in charge. I'm not talking to you, Fnurbles. You're in charge of trying to actually place things. And so I reached the final Fnurble, and lo, the end is here, and I must fight the final Fnurble. It's the final Fnurble. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do Fnurble. Well, maybe not. thinking more of the Sid Vicious version of the song. Wanders in, wanders right over to YouTube. Hey, Landstrad, welcome in. Oh yeah, there's some polished deep slate. Let's turn that into some useful materials. Welcome to Distractions, also known as a stream. Whoa, Math Girl coming in on a 5-stream streak. And apparently the Mary Whitehouse bot is very, very exhausted today because it's not caught anyone yet. Congratulations on an escape there, Math. Woohoo! And Glam Pixie, welcome in. Okay, who exhausted the Mary Whitehouse bot? That sounds wrong. That sounds so very wrong. I have exhausted the bot. Uh-oh. And Feg is drawing up. This is the back of a sign. What does the front of the sign say? Ancient sniffer skeleton of evil, large, including nose. Yes. How are you doing, Glam Pixie? How are you doing, Math Girl? Oh, yeah, I've never looked better. I mean, I can think of far worse things to have been quoted for. Oh, look, there's 625 other examples. Doing okay, tired, will be very lurky. Lurky is fine. We appreciate lurking. Lurkers are absolutely lovely. Sin Lily, welcome in. And TGM as well. Welcome in, TGM. And as I was saying earlier, thank you so much for collecting all of the clips and locations for the scurry sign. Meanwhile, continuing the trend today, yes, apparently the bot is having a nice day. Have a nice day. The bot is... apparently there are so many people streaking that the bot doesn't know which way to turn to catch up with them. So, Sin Lily on a 105 stream streak, managing to escape as well. And then Volder on a 5-stream streak, in the opposite direction, clearly, because the bot just couldn't figure out what they were doing and has also failed to catch them. Congratulations, Volder. It's an escape day. What are the odds my brain has escaped?
Got a little Swedish there.
Let's see. If I was going to do something, what would that something be? Let's go with that. Yeah. Alright, let's take this and take it back to there. If I was trying to build something, what would it look like? Who would build something chaotic like this? It's a me! Look, I'd like to sleep. There we are. It could have been worse every time Scots is quoted. Yep. There's a reason I'm very well aware of just how bad everything that could be quoted is. Oh, hold on. I need to wax my copper before I cut it. Actually, I'm going to chisel it. Let's chisel that copper. He's a very chiseled copper. Boing. Well, that's not how that goes. Surprised policeman noises. Strangely, that was the thought that crossed my mind as well there, Feg. I was wondering just which policeman would be the chiseled one. Right, let's swap those out. Do we have... Yes, well, we have some of those. We've got some of that. Do we have any blackstone brick that's not cracked? No. Dixon of Dock Green. Yep, okay. Ah. Better that than Officer Dibble. Poor old Officer Dibble. You'd make a good Dibble, or Benny. Canadian Dragon, welcome in. Thing is, Officer Dibble always makes me think of, oh dang it, Camberwick Green, with Hugh Pugh, Barney McGrew, Carpeth, Dibble and Grubb. So obviously Officer Dibble used to be a fireman. Yep. So obviously at some point he decided to go from being a fireman to being a policeman. Was that Camberwick Green or Trumpton? Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't really know. It could have been either. They were both the same era, weren't they? Who knows? Not I, and I'm not going to... Hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Why have I made these 6 long? Huh, who knows? I thought I was making these 5 long. Apparently I've made them longer than I was remembering. Nicola, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. You have quarters on a day ending in Y, which usually means I don't know why. Oh yes, the Windy Miller ads. I remember those. Thank you for joining us. Welcome in. You have found mayhem, chaos, and all sorts of things involving squirrels. Okay, that's looking good. That's looking better. There's a pair of display plinths. This is starting to feel better. I need these to age. Please tell me they're not waxed. They are waxed. Of course they're waxed. Why would my grates be unwaxed? That's nothing. There's nothing great about unwaxed grates. Yes, you have again caught me streaming on a today. That ends in Y. Must celebrate. Yay! All the celebration. Celebrate good things. Come on. Have a fnubbles out in the world. Celebrate fnubbles. Come on. And there's an event Pokemon in chat. Just to distract me and stop me singing. You can dance, fnubbles. You can dance if you're fnubbles. You can dance around the room. And if you can't dance, then you can't dance while you're gonna jump around. Fnubbles. Okay, I need 8 blocks to go down the middle of there. Tempted to go with blackstone, but in the straight polished. But I'm also tempted to just do polished deep slate. So let's see what the polished deeps... That's a shovel. You can't make polished deep slate out of a shovel. You know, that works. How did that age so fast? Depends on the egg, Canadian Dragon. If you look at the egg in your inventory, it will describe the hatching circumstances at the bottom in the flavor text just above the bits for wonder trading it. Some will need you to take part in battles, some will need you to catch things with certain balls, some will need you to complete missions, etc. There's a variety of different situations. What he said. It was so much easier than Frauke trying to type it. That was one of those, there's a bit too much information there. And Canadian Dragon, Glam Pixie, Superfast Feg, and Frauke all caught the Sizzlepede. Extension of the Frauke Information Service. You're all loved. Exactly. Ah, yes. And that's the last bit of information. When it has hatched, you will have a Pokemon as a buddy. Now that raises a question for me. Frauke, can you search for your buddy? Other than just using the exclamation !PokeBuddy command. And yes, I'm very well aware that !PokeBuddy does sound very, very wrong. Let's see. I think we need these around those now. Oh my, Feg. Oh my. Today on, of course, somebody went there. I only have 10 smooth stone. No, there's no filter for it. If you sort by BST, all eggs have a... Yeah, I was looking more to find out what the buddy is when it's no longer the egg. Usually if it's an egg, I just search for the word egg. Oh, hey, 64. Just !PokeBuddy. Dagfnurble it. Oh well. Thank you, Frauke. I had a feeling you would know, and I was hoping that it was something more than just poke it. Ahem. Can you name the egg before it hatched? Nope. Do, 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 do. Actually, can you even name things? I didn't know that you could name things. Is that all the andesite I have? Oh, you can name Pokemon. Oh. Dope. Well, I was wrong. There's your mistake, Sonny. Trying to listen to a Scotsman. Boop. Yes, you can name eggs. Woohoo! I wonder if it keeps the same name after you hatch it. Do I care about this sign? Ancient sniffer skeleton, large, with nose. Yeah, let's bring this up here. Sounds like a job for science. For science. The opposite side of the sniffer skull. Yeah, da da. Oh, and we have a hydrate. Heil hydrate. Please ignore the Scotsman sleeping on the plinth in the museum. Yes, he's old and ancient. This does not make him one of the exhibits. And it has been named. Oh, Alice. Thank you, Feg.
I may be old,
But I am not part of the exhibits. I put away the wax. I shouldn't have put away the wax. I still need it. Ooh, a dragon buggy. A dragon egg. Dwagon. Dwagon. Dwagon has a dwagon egg. Boy, is that on point. Let's see. Never underestimate a dragon. Certainly don't lay bricks. I might as well get this copper ore. It's awesome, it is. Right, and now we attempt to make something out of this floor. Apparently, we're attempting to make a mistake out of the floor. Right, these sections closer to the tunnel, I'm going to use a mix of my andesites and stones just to really show that it's more of the rough entry area. It's an experiment. Nice. Something tells me I have drastically under-dramatically estimated just how much polished andesite I need. Maybe I should have followed my path here and gone with the half slabs. I feel that I should actually stretch my resources further. Let us try stretching. Also, hey Sydney! Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the point in the week where Scotsman makes less sense. Oh, no, that's a normal day. Sorry. Welcome to a normal day. Don't mind Scots, they're just stretching their resources. Yes. Hello, Urban. Welcome in. Wasn't there a stonecutter here earlier? Oh, look, there it is. Let's try that again. Is it polished andesite? It must stretch. Is it smooth stone? Must stretch. Oops, pardon. Let's stretch the andesite as well while we're at it. It's very stretchy around here. Also, Sydney, I blame you entirely for reminding me yesterday I have done the thing. You know exactly which thing. I'm blaming you. Oh. Elkhorn! Coming in with a pun. I got sick while staying at a small hotel in Madrid. When I called down to the front desk, they told me they had a doctor on staff. After I was seen and started to get feeling better, I told him that I was really surprised that a hotel had a doctor on site. He replied, "No one expects the Spanish inn physician." Someone throw a comfy chair at Elk. No one expects the comfy chair. There's Cardinal Fang. Throws a charging bullet, Elk. Does it accept credit cards, Kel? Because around here, some of the money might bounce. Cash, check, or disaster card? All noises intensify. Yep. There's another bat. Scott's wallet. Wow. Wow. You know that eats all the moths. And the money, I think. I'm fairly sure the bats eat the money. That's why there isn't any in there. Is that a bat in your wallet, or are you just a ham? You're supposed to be pampered, not pamploned. God. Elk! That one deserves a pun tax. Apparently you're being favoured by chat for that one. But Kel started it. She threw a bull at you. She didn't actually make a pun out of it. Mm-hmm. Okay, question. Wrong answer. Okay, we've got enough light out of this. So that's good. Shouldn't you redeem twice if it's a fine? Hey, sci-fi! We've never actually instituted a fine surcharge. Pamplona is where they hold the running of the bulls, Kel. It's a place, not a what. Speaking of distractions, it's a Pokemon. It's a Pawniard. And there's 611 again. Footy, welcome in. Back to the questionable poetry. We'll be lurking. Thank you for the lurk, Sydney. And thank you for the push to ask the questions that needed asking and fill in the forms that needed filling. It's your fault, by the way. It is absolutely your fault. That's a 100th check-in for Footy. Nice. I mean, 69's nice, but you know what I mean. It's a tame thing to be blamed for. You wait. You wait. There will be things that you probably decide are your fault. Right. Let's turn those into that. I thought you had to stop at 69. Oh my. No. I have to stop after 69 if you're going for the actual quote. That's mostly just to recover the energy. Distinctions, dear boy. Distinctions are important. A restorative iron brew. Aye. Exactly. And at some point on Friday, I have an entire slab of 12 of the 500ml cans of it arriving. Questionable method, but probably works. I mean, it's made in Scotland from girders, so it's got to be useful for something. It's not just for cleaning the things and giving them a nice orange glow. Feg. Side effects may vary. I had a manager who claimed at one point that I drank so much iron brew that if they had to do a cross-section of my brain, it would probably come out orange. It's a TGM! Welcome in, TGM! My word. Apparently, the Merry White House bot has finally figured out what they're doing. Congratulations. Sorry on that one, TGM. You have become the first catch of the day. Clearly you are the catch of the day. Oh my. The bulls must have woken it up. Maybe. I guess that, I guess Mary thought that TGM was a catch. Why am I hearing a spider? Because there's a fnebblingly great big rift in this, oh, hello. It's a villager. Zombie. There's a fnebblingly great rift in the world. Lovely. Who put this hole in the world? I'm gonna have to fill this. Annoyingly. Also, would you look at that cave? And part of the reason why I'm saying I'm going to have to fill that rift in is because at some point I'm going to have to start digging out this area to put a farm in. That's going to be a fun series of things to do. Should we shout, "You go, girl," if Mary Whitehouse bot is getting woken up with a bull? I am not going anywhere with that statement. A rift in this space-time continuum? Yes. You may have put it there, you had a cranky episode. I see. All of these people getting cranky and just putting cracks in my world. I think we'll choose not to quote that one, Fig. Just on the grounds of decency. Oops. Decency in this economy? I know. It's not a very decent economy, I will admit to that. Arr. When you acquire a taste for luxury. I've had a taste for luxury in many, many years. I've had a taste for luxury for many a year. It got washed down with homebrew and beer. And when we are wondering why there's a strange taste, it's because the homebrew's gone off in a haste. I was wondering where I was going with that one for a minute. And it's no, nay, never. The homebrew has gone off. And we're so unhappy, we'll buy more to drink. Okay. That was an odd rendition of the Wild Rover. Yes. There are many versions of Wild Rover that should not be sung. That was probably the one of them. What is Iron Brew anyway? Tried it once, liked it very much, confused by the taste. Yep. That's probably the only answer to it, Blast. That is. Ooh, hey, that needs waxing. That one's done. Hello, sir. I need you to do your great job and to wax. Sorry. To age, oxidize, whatever, so that I can wax you. Come on. Who's a good little grating? Who's a good little grating? Aren't you a good little grating? You're gonna age and oxidize for me, so that I can wax you. No, you're not. Okay. Orange girders as in orange peels. Is this waxing or grooming? I'm staying away from that statement any further. This conversation brought to you by me moving on. Right. Wow. I have way too much by way of materials in this shulker. This conversation brought to you by Scotsman's lawyer interrupting with no comment every few minutes. Yes. Your Honor, we decide not to make a comment. On the grounds of personal safety. Was that personal indemnity? I am not indemnified against any of these statements. Hello, Kiwi. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the mayhem, the chaos, the madness, and all the things that make us wonder. Just what is going on? The perpetrator was positively indemnified, a Scotsman. Well then, at least I was indemnified. Better that than being identified. Here we find the unidentifiable Fnurbler. Oh my, that doesn't sound right in the slightest. That reminds me. Whoops. I did not mean to take all of that. There's a dead fish in the ocean. And it's not a dolphin. Whee. Yeah. yes, I am having a memory. Let's check on something. Thought for a minute, I thought I saw Fnurbles coming through here for a second. Here out the back. Ah, yes. Well, there's not much of that. That's not very useful. Obviously, we've not spent enough time here because that is not a very, very good farm. Please ignore the sounds of a piglin freezing to death. It just happens that way. Doop, 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 doop. What? Here we find Fnurbles watching a Scotsman sleep. Right. I think we have reached the point. So I think that interior looks good. I have no idea how to design the skulls to sit on the top of that at this point. So I'm going to dodge that problem for a little bit and return to the exterior of this building, where we have this path. And I would like to get this path all the way over to this docking area. So I think it's time to do a little bit of landscaping and planning. Now, what I'm wondering... He's wondering again. We've got to be careful with this. Is... if we should turn that into a... I'm wondering if it should be an above-ground road, or if we should put a lot of it into a tunnel. Just to be sort of a little bit more fun. I don't know. But what I do know is there's a hole in the world here. Morning, chap. Welcome in. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. And for those who find it not to be a happy Wednesday, survivable Wednesday. I hope you've done okay. Oops. No, Mr. Zombie, I am not here for you to be interested in. I am not caring one jot about whether or not you wish to be involved in anything that is going on up here, Mr. Zombie. I know. You can err at me all you like. Oops. Did not mean to make that a 3, but it'll do. Nope. Don't care. Here, deep in the underground, we find a Scotsman sealing a zombie into the walls. And a skeleton, apparently. You got a glowy, a glowy bow there, Mr. Skilly. Whoop. And there's a Pokemon in chat. Quick, it's an event distraction. Right. Why do I have a feeling that this... where am I? Oh, okay. No, I do need to take out... no, I can get away with not fill. Gotta love those event distractions. I know, they're so eventful. Typical, it's raining again. I was doing something else somewhere in the world yesterday, and for the first time I got struck by lightning. Apparently Minecraft decided it was my day to be shocked. Yes. I agree, Kel. Oh, and the Finian has been caught by quite a few people there. Scotsman, Elkhorn, Blast, Morning Chap, Ritsu, and Canadian Dragon have all caught themselves a Finian. Made me do the electric boogie. Yep. Do the electric boogie. Are we shocked? No. Why not? Because it shocked you, not us. Yeah. A shocking lack of compassion coming from chat there. The only reason I let the thunderstorm run was because I was hoping that we'd get some skeletal ponies. But not a single skeletal pony was to be found. And it was a 2-day long thunderstorm. Highly unfair. Hey, Mad! Welcome in. We do have compassion, it's just not lightning fast. The calcium ponies. Yes. Ooh. This pony's calcified. Really? Yes, he's a bit bony. Fine, that's a taxable pun. Oh dear. That's alright. I was about to say something that was decidedly not family friendly. I mean, it was entirely family friendly. Just, it could entirely be taken in the wrong way. What's that? I need to eat. Okay. How you doing, Chris? Doop. About Scots being not family friendly. I'm fairly sure Steam doesn't do alerts about me being family friendly or not. I'm filling a hole with dirt. What does it look like? This hole needed to be filled and it was very dirty. Oops. Filling a hole with derp. Yeah, derp feels about alright for me as well. Scots is being an inverse dwarf. Filly hole, filly hole, oh my. Scots is a dwarf, an inverse dwarf, and he's filling a hole. Scots is a hole of dirt, Scots is a hole of dirt, and he's the one that's in it. Ah, missed. Oh, and Mad on a 7-stream streak, running away from the Merry White House bot, but ending up in blanket jail. Good attempt there. Apparently, the escape streak from the bot has come to an end. The bot has woken up. Oh. However, Mr. Roo, welcome in on a 3-stream streak. And you've managed to escape. So apparently the bot is not fully awake yet. It is just slightly conscious. Welcome in, Mr. Roo. I know nothing, Kel. I know nothing. I'm on stream right now. I couldn't have done anything. How are you doing, Mr. Roo? Hold on. Do I want to actually be filling to this level? Yes, I think I do. I've nearly succeeded in my task of filling in a hole. Huzzah! The hole, it must be filled. Oh, I should sleep. It's darkness. It's dark outside. And the Scotsman's in a hole. Oh my. He's trying to fill. To build over, you know. It's been 84 years, but they very nearly succeeded in finding out how to fill in the hole with a Scotsman. I'm not sure I should have phrased that way. I wish to have a second attempt at saying that statement. Ahem. Oh, missed. Can't jump into that tree. Filling holes for dummies. Oh my. Also, really, you should just give that to your local counsellor. They need that training lesson for potholes. Point. Yep. Also, did you hear about... And this one sounds like a joke. This one really sounds like a joke, but it's not. Did you hear that the Transport Secretary in the UK had their car nearly totaled by a pothole? And they're the one responsible for a large amount of reduction in the money going for filling potholes. Congratulations! Irony! Irony was strong that day. Irony is such an overused term, but here it's 100% perfect. Exactly. They had to have their car loaded onto a transporter and taken away. It was in that much need of some help. I read that one and was like, well, the newspapers are going to have a field day with this, and they did. Oh boy, did they. And if it weren't for everything else that was going on in the world, Private Eye would have had so much fun with it. For those who aren't aware of it, Private Eye is a satirical newspaper, in quotes. I've seen it, Feg, yes. But it absolutely will take the positive Michael out of anybody and everybody it thinks deserves it. And if you happen to be a politician, you deserve it. Oh. Music.
Ladies and gentlemen, leave the world and bring your friends. Step inside and close the door. Shut it out, plug it in, press start and we're flying. No use for your wars and stuff, 'cause we build digital castles in the sky as we float on timeless satellites. 'Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. 'Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. 'Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. 'Cause virtual is where we live, live, live.
I know it's an old birch forest, but I'm still gonna kill it. Take away the tree.
Run only as fast as I can, but my mind is free to celebrate universes.
Mr. Rue, thank you for joining the scurry. Right in the middle of a dance party. Perfect time for scurry. And thank you for the lurk as well. I'm looking at this.
'Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. 'Cause virtual is where we live, live, live.
Oh no! A 1 minute ad in the middle of the music. Sorry about that one. Oh, and an event Pokemon. There we are. I know everybody loves that one for a dance party. So, for once I actually caught it quickly enough to be able to realise that we needed it to be turned up. So if I need to get... So I'm looking at this and thinking I need to get over to here. I think it might be worth turning this into a bit of a tunnel. And lovely. There's more to fill in. Let's at least work out how far down we need to go. So I'm currently at... I'm at Y level 69. Oh my. And I need to be at Y level... What Y level do I need to get down to? Look after yourself, Blast. 63. So I need to drop 6 blocks. Yeah, I think 6 blocks is enough to make it want to be under going through a tunnel. It's time to mill. Ooh, shiny Elkhorn Quarter, shiny. Hello, Raven. Welcome in. So, Elkhorn caught a shiny Farfetch'd, Canadian Dragon, Glam Pixie, Blackclad. Welcome in, Blackclad. Morning Chaff, Blast, and Mad all caught them. Cherish Ball finally paid off. Woohoo! Filling in a hole, surprisingly hard work. Depends on what you were filling it with. Look after yourself, Blast. I hope you have a good night's sleep. Well, I hope you cherish that shiny, Elkhorn. Right, and the other problem is I need to make this path about 5 or 6 blocks wide. Hold on, how wide is it by the time it gets to that tunnel? And the tunnel is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks wide. Oh look, 5 or 6 blocks wide. Apparently I've got a size for my plans. Oh, and Raven on a 585 stream streak. My word. Lots of people streaking today. However, no energy to run. Well, apparently the Merry White House bot decided they were distracted still. And you've escaped. We've had a lot of escapes today. We've had a few catches, but a lot of escapes. There's been a lot of escapism. Right, let's start thinking about what we want to do. That's 6. That's not helpful. I mean, it might be in the future, but it's not what I want. Oh, there's more Acme inflatable anvils. They seem to work. Apparently. Also, speaking of inflatable anvils, did I see that they've changed their mind again about their tax write-off and decided that they're going to actually release Wile E. Coyote versus Acme? Or whatever the name of the danged film is. Apparently they filmed an entire film and then decided, we don't want to release this. We'll turn it into a tax write-off. And everyone was like, you what? We've been waiting for this film. And so they've, 3 years later, decided that they're going to release it. Which does raise questions about the tax write-off status, but hey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. This is the problem. If I want to keep my paths 6 blocks wide, I'm going to have to do a lot of road landscaping. I mean, I half suspected I was going to have to. Alright, let's start here. I'd like to go down by about half a block here. Start taking this down. I need a representative block to help me indicate where my slope is. Mysteriously, stone feels like a good representative block. Oh, I do not need the deep slate in my inventory. Let's put that away. I wonder if I can actually get the wax out of my inventory by waxing that grate. Boop. Boop. Yes, I can. But first I need to remove some of the oxidization. Hold on. What did I forget? I forgot something. Half slabs. You. Thank you. I know I probably should have looked in the chest that I declared as too full, but smeg it. Ah, no. Let's go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's a quote. Look, we don't try and understand the quotes. We don't try and understand the context of the quotes, Bad Moon. That's one of the rules of the quotes. There is never an understanding of the context of the quote. Similarly, yes. And apparently that one finally got... we finally got a context quote. Oh, dear. And for those who have been arriving, and I have said hi, but I have not asked, how are people doing? 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are here, you are eating... You're eating smiles. That has disturbing connotations. Is there such a thing as potato smiles? Apparently you're on the money. Why do cows wear bells? Because their horns don't work. Oh, goodness. Answer the question. Coffee. Need coffee now. Okay. Oh, no. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. And another quote. I'd like it to stop raining so I can go and rescue my fnurbles. What? 3, 4, 5, 6. Dag fnurblet. I was hoping that there was more. They sound vaguely familiar, but equally they also don't. So apparently vaguely is not a good enough. Maybe you do want lunch. Lunch is generally considered to be a good thing, Sydney. Ermintrude is from the Magic Roundabout. She was the cow. If they're what I think they are, Elkhorn, they're probably effectively potato wedges with a smile cut into them. With a smiley face in them. Got another layer done on your watercolor sketch, so maybe you can go and find food. Woo, that sounds good. And speaking of stretches, we have a stretch from Bad Moon. And yep, there we are. Thank you for the stretch there, Bad Moon. And to go with it, Heil Hydrate. French fries, named by the Americans, invented by the Belgians. The French sit in the corner going, we have nothing to do with this. Sorry, Sydney. I've been pinged with... Oh, that's what they are. Okay. Now I think I know what they are. I think I have seen those. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now. What are we at? 66. So I still need to go down 3 blocks. That's not bad. Yeah, that's my 6 block wide. At some point, I am going to run slap bang into the reality of the crater that is ahead of me, but that's a problem for Scotsman in about 10 minutes. Oh, Blackclad. A lot of people assume that fries were made in America or Belgium or even England, but the truth of the matter is they were made in Greece. Hashtag pun tax. Yep, that one deserves the pun tax. Two, 3, 4, 5. There. I want to go to sleep again. That's after a relatively good for you sleep. Oh dear. No such thing as enough sleep. More sleep, you deserve it. This apple pie, it has everything you can't eat. Oh dear. Working for another 2 hours. Oof. It's amazing how much this simple thing of I want to build a path has become quite a bit of effort. I want to build a path from here to over there. Well, that'll be 4,000 blocks, please. Oh. Ooh, to distract me from my mining, there's an event Pokemon. Three, 4, 5. Hippopotas. For some reason, I can't read that without thinking of it in the form of Snape from the films. Hippopotas. Potas. That sounds wrong. Moving on. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down by half. Oh, can handle apples, cannot handle the fibre in the skin. Dairy you're good with. Gluten doth protest. A great many things protest with a great many people. It's highly unfair. Oh, and catches from Frauke, Feg, Elkhorn, myself, and Blacklad. The Intolerance League, yes. Thankfully, it's only the Food Intolerance League. If it was the other intolerance, we would have to throw you out. We do not accept intolerance around here. Except maybe for racists and other bigots and other forms like that. We don't have any tolerance from them. I have an intolerance for them. Do-do. I have an intolerance for intolerance. Yep. That. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. There are only two types of people I can't stand. Those who are intolerant of other people's cultures. And the Dutch. Him. Nigel Powers. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Dutch. It's just one of those... It's kind of like... Belgium being a swear word in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The Dutch know what they did. Wow. Cat Doodles, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the what the heck. Also known as Wednesday. Whoop. We know what we did, we just don't care. There we go, that. Evaluating for EDS on Friday. Two tend to travel together along with pots, which I think you can rule out. Oh, goodness. Right, how are we doing? I can start considering a corridor over the top of this. I believe that was because it wasn't on the list there, Feg. Right. Where am I in relation to where I'm trying to get to? Okay. Oh, you're right. Sorry, it was on the list. Why did I... Apparently I'm blind. I am blind to Italy. 2, 3, 4, 5. Streamer blindness is a serious affliction. Please give generously. Actually, don't. No. Don't give yet. Hold on to that until Friday. At which point, you can make my life a living fnurble by forcing me to stream for additional time. Gives Scotsman a penny for a thought. A thought for a penny. Mm-hmm. Which penny? I've met some lovely pennies. Nice ladies. I should empty my inventory a little. Boing. 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 Not much, just some. Whee. Penny Farthing, she was always into riding bicycles. Hold on to 3 of those. Nope. Nope. Scotsman, a thought from Moneypenny. Nope. Nope. I have many of thoughts of Moneypenny. Not one of them is allowed. Ow. That's a wall. Here we find a Scotsman undertaking large-scale excavations. Squirrel Bond. The name's Bond. Squirrel Bond. Licensed to Fnurble. Wow, that's quite a bit of coal. Might as well take it. Never know, it might come in handy later. Yes, I do need to refill back up to this level. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down by 1. What level are we at? 63! Fantastic! We've hit the level that we needed to be at, which is good. Unfortunately... Oh, no, hold on. That should be a half slab. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to worry about that coal. I will sort that out another time. 1, 2, 3... Actually, it doesn't matter how long this is, because that's the point we're going down to. I am reading every part of this conversation between Sydney and Frauke, but there's a lot of information here. So I do recommend people actually read it, because it's actually very interesting. Let's see, what have we got? Because I'm going to go back, because I was curious about the... I was trying to figure out where zebras came into this, because that was the bit that I lost track of. Looks like we've got a whole herd of zebras here. Sister is being evaluated for HEDS. No need to check for the same. Fortunately, we twin for medical issues. Whoops. Sometimes that's the wrong type of twinning. Here, hoofbeats think of horses, not zebras. We're medical zebras. A lot of more common things need to be ruled out before a doctor thinks of... Ah, right, yes. You have to rule out the common things before you can get to the uncommon issues in life. Do pay attention. Double O Fnebbles. Classical EDS. Or possibly CIEDS. Haven't had the genetic testing because money. Zebra's become the official mascot because of this. Understandable. EDS people experience headaches is unfortunately one of the most telltale things. Oh dear. Okay, said we were going to look for food. Cuve, a quarter squirrel. Supplier of tools, acorns, and rum. Yep. Lotus, welcome in. You missed the definition of EDS, Ehlers-Danlos. I think that's how it's pronounced as well. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Connective tissue disorder. Goodness. That's one of the things about this community. it is many, varied, and very, very interesting to learn from people. And for that, I am very thankful. I know it's often for things that people are surviving through, putting up with, or coping with. But equally, it's one of those, if you do not learn and do not understand 2, 3, 4, 5, I need to go an extra block, these things, you will never be able to actually properly work with, understand, and help people. So being able to learn is a privilege, I tend to think. And you possibly have a form of hypermobility in your arms. Yikes. That's the one where the... Actually, I don't know. I have a feeling I know what hypermobility is, but can you correct me on what it is, Blacklad? So that I don't actually give the wrong information? Double jointed. Ah. Because that's the thing, if I remember rightly, double jointism is not actually the benefit that it can often be, because it can be difficult to control under certain circumstances? Question mark. Double jointed extra ray of motion in a way that's not normal. Ah. Joints can bend backwards or easily dislocate. Yeah, that was the bit I thought. It was the you can easily end up going too far sort of thing. Ehlers-Danlos is characterized by severe joint hypermobility, stretchy or fragile skin, cardiovascular issues, skeletal issues, etc. Goodness. Can extend your arms further, you should be able to. Great for scratching your back, whilst also being very painful whilst scratching your back. Explains chronic ankle issues, plus how bad an ankle break was. Oh, goodness. It's nice to know we're all unique around here. And sometimes that uniqueness is available in, oh goodness, ways. Respiration. Movement in wrists and thumb because of it. Yes. Reread the surgical notes. Described your ankle as barely attached because of ligament damage. Goodness. That's not fun. I have the opposite. I have 3 partially fused vertebrae because my body is like, hey, these things are fun to join together. See also the result of arthritis. Side effect of being ancient. Returns to interview prep. Good luck with the interview prep there, Feg. And it's an event. Pokemon in chat. You should have opted for being undead. We have great Medicaid. Yeah, I can see that statement. Have you considered becoming undead for the medical privileges? Or, sorry, medical support? If you or anyone else has considered being being undead for the medical support privileges, If I'm undead, in theory, you lose the ability to feel pain, right? Because sign you up. You see, the problem with that is there's often two different types of trains of thought for being undead. One of them is, yeah, you stop feeling pain. The other is you're perpetually in it, at which point, yeah, I don't want that version, please, thank you. Somebody who never sounds like they're in pain, all that happy groaning. I found the hole. I was looking for it. Okay, really lurking now. Have a good lurk, Feg. And hope the prep goes okay. Right, how much of this hole is there? Oh. Less than it looked. Let's see. How easy is it going to be to fill this in? This is one of those moments where it's like playing Minesweeper. If you place the block in the wrong sequence, you end up with all the gravel collapsing down on you. Would you trade sunlight for pain? Yes, and a lack of a heartbeat. I found more holes! Yes. Thing was, I knew this hole was here, so it was less I found more holes and more I've reached the hole I was looking for. It was wholly unsatisfying. And I still haven't found the hole I'm looking for. That sounds wrong. Pain, in fact, does suck. Yes, frequently. Hello, I'd like to buy a hole so I can dig myself into it. Yes, quote 428 is accurate. This is turning into a lot more solid construction than I was planning today, but hey, we can't justify everything sometimes. Sometimes, for all of those days where it's nice pretties, you have to do the heavy lifting. Or the heavy graft, or the heavy relocation of large amounts of materials. Reached the hole I was looking for. Has now been added as a quote. Of course it has. Thank you, Raven. It's one of those. I've seen that comment, Lotus, and the phrase "that's a massive hole" if I've ever seen one. Is probably for me followed by the "you think that's massive? I've got its sibling that's larger to show you somewhere." It's a nice big deep hole. Yes. If I head down into it, you find out just how. Let me override this. You find out just how big and deep this is. Because it, there's, yeah. It's, oh my. There's a lot of it. And it keeps going. I seem to remember one of these side tunnels leads off somewhere. Oh my. And if you can find the right section of it and the right branch of it, you end up in caves like this. Which are even bigger. Honestly, this whole landscape is basically just... yeah. Sit on your hands and tell me that you're not saying anything. I'll allow it for the moment. Exactly, Frauke. Exactly. Yeah, this landscape is basically Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese. It's very good. Cheese. Part of me is like, mac and cheese. Ooh, I want a mac and cheese now. Right. How low do I want to fill this in? Let's go down to here. Oop, that's... This area is not going to be scar safe. This area is not going to be scar safe. But to be honest, I'm also going to be filling it in with about 7 or 8 layers of dirt. So therefore, if you dig down into it by accident whilst continuing to look for stuff, it's your own fault. Can't offer mac and cheese, but you will have pizza soonish. Ooh. What pizza? Inquiring and hungry minds want to know. I think I'm having pizza for lunch tomorrow. I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be our standard Thursday, which means we go to the pub for lunch. Legit, you saw a news article that since Swiss cheese is getting less holy over time because of improvements in food sanitation, basically there's not enough bacteria that gets into Swiss cheese to create the holes anymore. So the companies had to get a waiver to introduce things into the cheese to make the holes come back. Good lord. That one, I can actually believe that one, Elk. Hey, Nookie. Be gone, aches and pains, yes. I think we all second, third, fourth, and scream at that one. Alright. We should now be safe. I'm not going to accidentally plummet into a pit full of mobs. For those who had that on their bingo card, I am terribly sorry. When did you get a bingo card? I do not have stream bingo in any way, shape, or form. Bacteria farts. Good lord. Reading Glam's message and then... Yes, I've just read that in that sequence as well now. That's not a train of thought that I wanted. Thank you. Alright, let's go and get some more dirt to fill in this hole. It's a dirty hole. Let's also get rid of Mini HUD's overlay. You're watching without sound, so everything is just 10% weirder. Really? Usually I find around here, actually being able to hear me makes it about 50% weirder than normal. If you planned better, you would have definitely had spinach and black olives. I don't like olives. Any form of olives. I've never enjoyed them. I'm sorry for people who do like them. You can have mine. I don't like them. Those are some very big eyes. Don't like green, but black have their place. Yes, somewhere else. Spinach and salami is your go-to pizza. Need to make your own for wheatless. Yeah. I covered the massive hole. How could I? I needed it not to be there. It seemed like a reasonable thing to do. Also, since you're working without sound, you can't hear me. Yes. Stopping is good. Today on the Scotsman Construction channel, we find Scotsman doing the heavy grading. I'm regrading this world. Regrading it as what? We're not quite sure. Yay, just 2 more blocks. So I think that means that I've actually got 5 blocks between me and the deep pit of nasty. Basil and mozzarella. Ooh. Well, at least it's not basil and faulty. We have nearly reached the point. Yes, there we are. I may leave this section open to the outside world. So effectively, it's an event Pokemon to distract me. So effectively, it's a sort of there's a proper name for the holes where you, a ventilation shaft. Yes, them. I was about to say, there's a proper name for holes that you get air through. And I don't just mean your mouth. Yep, that's another annoyance, also known as a hole, that needs to be not here. This landscape is worse than Swiss cheese, since apparently Swiss cheese apparently is not that holy anymore due to the lack of bacteria. How could they take away the holes? Ooh. Blackclad has a dragon egg as a buddy for the moment. So, Gal Slowpoke was caught by Blackclad, Dragon, and Elkhorn, and Blackclad got an egg from it. Nicely done, Blackclad. Another egg. Yes. I think this event is basically going to result in lots of people having lots of eggs for the next few months. Certainly the next few weeks. Uh-oh. Yep. That's, that there be a thunderstorm, that be. Oh no, it's just night. Need 2 more catches. Nice. Is it just basic catches for that dragon egg? Because I know some of them need... I've got an egg or 2 that require catches with luxury balls, cherished balls, or something else. And I'm just like, wow. Make it difficult, why don't you? Granted, that's not as bad as the eggs that require you to complete missions. Which... Complete meh? Yeah. It's a complete meh. Meh? Yes. Meh. Premier balls. The free ones you get when buying balls. I don't think I've looked at how many premier balls I have. I don't use them. I'm out of dirt again. Boing. Also, I think I was planning on making these waxed at least 1 layer earlier than that, so I should... Hold on. I've returned. Hopefully the painkiller will kick the headache before Phasmo today. I hope it does, Cal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8 wax. And a whole heap of dirt. When I say it's a whole heap, I mean it, because it is a heap of dirt that's going in a hole. Let's see. I'm going to put the stone cutter into the bundle because I'm not using one of those at the moment. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a first. Fine. I guess we're using stone to finish filling in this hole because apparently I've run out of dirt in this location. That's better. I think that looks really good as a sort of rusted iron bar. When you've got it in with the iron, it does look like it's rusted in this context. The interesting thing is, if you put it in a context where, for example, you've got iron bars over the top of lava or magma blocks, it makes it look like it's heated iron bars. So, very much dependent on your context, it can make it look like a different style of iron bar. Right, I should eat before I get told off again. That never happens. Also, I can see a huge pile of dirt that I'm about to excavate, so that's not really going to be a problem where I'm out of dirt for long. Also, we did get fairly close to the surface with that. Whoa. Excuse me, while I fall off the edge of the cliff. Also, note, when I say I'm out of dirt, I just mean in this location. There are other locations around the world where I have many stacks of dirt. Oh. And Blackclad is buying a hoe as an old Betsy. Well, I guess we've got a distraction, people. Let's empty my inventory and go shopping for Blackclad. Boingy, boingy, boingy. Right. First things first, empty inventory. It's better. Second things first. Right. Actually, I'm curious. Yeah. You will soon be able to get something for your Gordon. Ooh, that'll be cool, Nookie. Right. That wallet is not very full. That wallet is. I'm going to take 27 emeralds, Blackclad. And we'll see what the armorers have in Gordonstein. And we'll use that to require the hoe. I couldn't do that with the spear yesterday because armorers that I have don't do spears. For obvious reasons, they're too old. Toolsmiths. Sorry, those two. Thank you, Raven. I know what I meant, even if I didn't know who I meant. We're off to Gordonstein. We're off to Gordonstein. We need to armor up a Gordon for a Blackclad, you know. Boingy. Boingy. Hold on. Have I got... I haven't. I've got Gamma Override on still. Let's turn it off. I think I do. I might have two in Gordonstein Ward. If not, we'll have to turn around and go to Lagville. I could have sworn I've got two that sell things differently here. But I might be wrong. No. 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 Apparently, I am completely wrong. Well then. Oh, and you're a cartographer. I really wish you sold maps for less. Ooh, hello. That's Gordonstein Ward. I forgot we got a map of Gordonstein Ward in here. Is that a one-to-one map? Yes, it is. Useful. Ooh, hold on. Nope, just got... I thought I might have had one down here next to one of these. At some point, I may actually put a couple of toolsmiths down here once this... and actually make do the sort of stuff that we've been doing over in... I really wish I had thought of that. This feels like... Dag Fnurblet, I want to put a couple of toolsmiths down here now. Not right now, obviously, because don't have time. Ow. Don't suppose... No. For some reason I thought I had somebody in here. And they're just leather workers. Gosh darn it. Today on Scotsman Isn't Ooh. Hold on. Ah, bed. I have a question. Hello! Dang it! You know, I'm actually tempted to train him up just as a comedy of having a highly trained Nick Furious. Do 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 do. Deepy deep deep doo. Oh, hold on. It helps if I turn all of those back into the back. Right. Yep. Watch as Nick Furious becomes a highly trained weaponsmith who doesn't sell what I need. I should have brought some iron. I didn't know I needed it. Oh, and we have an event Pokemon in here. Are we sure he's Nick Furious and not Nick in a cage? It was the fact that he had the eye patch, Raven. It made me think of Nick Fury from Avengers. Ah, okay. Don't mind me, I'm not making enough sense. I'm just going to bring that much iron. That is way more iron than I will need for this guy. I mean, there's a lot of animals around, but, yeah. Minecraft Launcher will do that as well. Right. Sorry, I, failed to go in the right direction of bad joke. Also, I do actually appreciate that joke. That is... Ow! No. Ooh. Blackclad's gotten their second egg of the day. One more and you can have a 3-egg omelette. Hold on. Really? The only thing he's upgraded to is buying flint? Oh. Apparently that's because he isn't actually... God, dagnabbit. 2 eggs are pretty normal. Oh, okay. Didn't buy enough iron to upgrade properly. Dagfnablet. Sir, I need you to restock. Can I get a restock? Restock noises? No? No. Did you just restock? Ooh. Dagfnablet, I should have held my... I should have been holding my pickaxe. I could have gotten a load of repairs done on it. Nah, he's not going to be helpful. Fine. That plan was a bust. Which is a shame, because I liked it. Okay, plan B. Or is it plan C? I think we're on plan D or C or something by now. At some point, we'll check on Nick Furious and see whether or not he is actually going to allow me to try and buy more iron, or sell more iron to him. But, if we head for Lagville. Lagville has somebody who will sell me stuff. This is what happens when I try to make this more interesting. I should never have made it more interesting. I should have just made the nurbling hoe. Sometimes you go through far too much effort to buy a hoe. And yes, I know exactly what I've just said. Right. Speaking of DNC plans, if anyone finds a particularly good mod for Create Aeronautics, mod pack even for Create Aeronautics, let us know. Oh yes. Right, you guys. One of you... Really? After all that, you sell a diamond hoe for a single fnurbling emerald? Wow, they're cheap. That was way too much effort for something that I could have just bought for a single emerald. Dag fnurblet. Still sitting on hands. Hey, Midna, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Please ignore the people sitting on their hands. Right, let's go and get this sorted. Apparently my train of conversation has been far too close to the Nuska line. Boing, boing, boing. I really do need to... I need to, at some point, focus back on the nether tunnels and get the rest of them built. Oh, goodness. Well, thank you, Raven. I'm going to go a little bit long. I'm going to deal with making sure that we've got an old Betsy for Blackclad first. Fortunately, the cam account's in the right area for getting pictures. Right. Gentlemen. No, that's Blast Jordan's. There we are. Blackclad. So, who was this for, Blackclad? Yeah, I'm very much the same there, Pixie. I didn't realise it was that. So was this for Swedish Gordon, for Q, for Count Gordaniel? Oh no, Gordaniel has got one. Jack Joker White. I know you said Grant doesn't get one. So we've done dealer's choice on material. Jack, thank you. Building 4. Don't make the rules, just keep... I mean... The schedule goes out the window on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I apologise profusely to all of my mods for that. I mean, professional squirrel wrangler. Is there a small enough lasso? I nearly read that as small enough lass. Right, old Betsy. So many quote opportunities. Exactly. Building 4. Hello, Building 4. Ah. Let's try a different door. Yeah. Is it me, or is this building full? Right, let me in. Pizza has been obtained, and you have no regrets. Yay! He's in here somewhere. There he is. Blackclad, thank you so much for collecting enough points to be able to actually get an old Betsy for Jack Joker White. I made it look like a cane. I had a feeling that was the sort of that was where you were aiming for. Nice to know I can I follow your train of thought. And you say this feels like a house party. There's a mosh pit over here. Flash. Hal Jenkins. Oh, the mosh pit. Look, guys, I'm going to need to get out again. You're a bit noisy. I mean, it's not as bad as building one that has the perpetual mosh pit. Bye, Nookie. Thank you for joining us. Of all the buildings that have a mosh pit, this one. This one has always had a mosh pit. And it's always had the biggest of the mosh pits. Look at that lot. It's the trapdoors confusing them. It's the trapdoors messing with their AI. They think they can get down the stairs again. Imagine if instead of around a staircase they were doing this around a wrestling ring. That's an interesting thought. Not one that had been high on my list of things to ponder, but may have to be. Right. I'm going to swap over to the cam account. And in the background, disconnect the main account so that it's not in the way. Okay, that needs a lot of decoration, but that gives us a really good path. They so look like a jazzed up crowd at an event like that. They really do. I need to take a hole through there, but we've nearly gotten the path down to our loading dock. And at some point I need to consider whether or not we need to put a boat in here. Oh, that's... For a minute I thought that was a bat. But the idea is it would be you come out of here and you go up here and it comes into the loading dock of this building. Which now has the interior laid out for the future edition of a pair of skeletons. To go with the fact that this is Jurassic World. I need to figure out how to build a pair of skeletons, and really I don't want to go all in with armor stands, because that would just be a little bit too busy, I think. So I may have to I may have a look to see if I can find a 5 wide or a short skull design somewhere. You say that. Yeah, I know absolutely, Raven, that there is every possibility I will overdo it and just go all in with armor stands. I'm trying not to. I am trying desperately not to. It might be possible with like half a dozen and just make them really big and so forth. But we will see. What we are going to have to do is a lot of landscaping back here to cope with it. And for those attempting to catch Pokemon, we've got our last one of this stream in chat. And it is a Swinub. I'm sorry that we're not going to be running longer for you, Midna. I hope that where we send you in a minute with everybody will be a nice relaxing stream instead. Heil Hydrate, thank you, Sydney. And to go with it, a stretch as well. Oh, up we get. Ow. Owie, 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 owie. Ow. Ow. Just relaxing and listening is helping. That's good to hear. Ooh. Midna does drawings of Sydney. I'm going to have to find out what the heck's going on with that. Alright, let me get to the ending screen. Get away from there so that I can actually figure out. Midna does art. Oh, lovely. I think I knew this, but somehow I didn't know this. I apologise, Midna. I should pay more attention. Oh, it's a whole thing at the moment of transforming people into Powerpuff Girl-related characters. Ooh! Meanwhile, Glam Pixie and Midna both got eggs. Frauke, myself, and Blackclad all caught the swin up as well. Called a trio of people the Powerpuff Girls the other day on Dragonfell, and it spiraled. Oh, that sounds fantastic. That really does sound fantastic. And Midna's got her first egg. Congratulations, Midna. Let's see. Ooh. I have a possible target in mind. I need to have a look to see if I'm on the Dragonfell Discord. I'm not sure I am. I'm thinking of, okay. You're trying to figure out who the three were. Nessa, Math, and Mama Melissa. Oh, wow. Now that is definitely a set of three. And a chaotic and amazing group of three. Absolutely all three should be followed at all times for streams. Right. I'm going to send us in the direction of somebody who is absolutely fabulous and great fun and is on Dragonfell right now, and who I don't think I've raided for a while. Goodness. I have not raided them for a very long time. Math equals... right, hold on, I'm going to read this. Geo is Maya Geo. Sid is him. Math equals Blossom. MM equals Bubbles. Nessa equals Buttercup. Because she spiraled so much. Nice. Because Soup is awesome, and actually, honestly, I think that kind of chaotic energy from Soup is the sort of thing that might have fitted as well. Sherb is going to be Miss, can't recall name, but lady with big red hair. Wow. Right. Thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been lovely and fantastic having you all here, and there's been all sorts of fun discussions, which I've learnt quite a bit. And it's been great fun. We have several mutual servers, Scott's. Dragonfell is not one. Yeah, I'm very surprised that I'm not on it, Blackclad. I will resolve that. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now. Being Thursday, I would normally be on the Madness World, but since Friday is shifting, I am going to actually bring Friday's idiotic stream to tomorrow. So there will be probably some chaos tomorrow. I'm going to send us over to the absolutely fantastic Minecraft Melly this evening, over on the Dragonfell server. Prep your best and worst jokes. Yeah, I mean, some of those are the same thing, aren't they, Sydney? Thank you to everyone for joining. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. And I hope you all enjoy hanging out with Melly this evening. And I will hopefully see you all again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.